Hello, 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 hello. ये यहाँ पे पॉज क्यों हो जाता है? हम्म, ये भी यहाँ से- हम्म, बहुत ही बोला है।
You made it out alive, at least. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have... Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists. He knew everything. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Ironic, right? The old enemies... Even so, we've... Do they know where he is? You'd better get to Riften. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means. What's the hurry? What is it?
मेरे से मान मान
What is it?
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him. Sure. What can I do for you? Only true Imperials request that one. This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperial. To our youth, today's come and gone. For the age of aggression,
I've got your back.
Is just about done.
I am at your command.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
Let's get going then.
What? You सुन नहीं रहा?
You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories. It's probably not a good idea to walk around naked like that. You should come hear me play at the Sleeping Giant Inn. For a small sum, you can even pick the song. Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
May the gods watch over. Blades. Aye.
Sure, I'm a dirty beggar. To oblivion with all of you. You rich piles of dung walking by us like we're not there, pretending we don't exist. How dare you?
Oh my goodness.
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all of Skyrim.
Spare any coin. Maybe you should look for work instead of begging for coin.
Go away. You know what's good for you.
please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind
and
heart.
all this could be yours.
Bit of stronger healing.
All right, then.
My husband, Bercy, will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
Learn.
Hold on, sorry. तो रात को break है क्या उसमें दिखाऊं?
Library's worth of knowledge in moments. Or grow back
Greetings,
up
honored
missing
friend.
link with my
Could I interest you in some fine jewelry? If anything pleases, I do. Only trouble. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? Thank you, Len. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires. If you have any jewelry to sell, take a look. Safe travels, Landstrider.
Still here.
Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
इसमें तो
You lead, I'll follow.
Dragon's Face
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Can I interest you in everything I've got on display, really? Keep your eyes to the road.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Lead on.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
Have anything you wish to sell?
Make love
Take a
like
look.
saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Keep your eyes to the road.
You gonna buy something? Or just here? Take a look.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
See for yourself. I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet.
Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine farmer.
Little Skyrim.
New around
Glad to
Riften?
see you finally
Take my
came to your
advice.
senses.
Stay at the B&B.
Ready to make
The
some
bunkhouse
coin?
isn't for you.
Ah, expecting free information, eh? Besides, you look like your pockets are a little light on coin. Am I right? passing on a golden opportunity is worse. Until next we meet, lad.
Clean and free from Rockjoy.
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from the strongbox under his staff. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. I'm ready when you are. Just give the word. Okay, good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. Gather round, all. Gather round, all. You can't take that.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branche.
The problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It is time to face the Jarl's justice.
What a waste of time.
Smart man.
What? Oh, stupid.
Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Over here.
I'm right behind you.
Everyone, gather round.
I've got your back.
I will remain on guard
that
here.
demands your attention. You need to hear this. Gather round, all.
Yeah. My...
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branche. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerve root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Valma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow?
Well,
Clean and free.
the one and only.
In the name of the Jarl.
Mystical
The problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It's time to face the Jarl's justice.
What a waste of time. I'm staying out.
Oh, I...
Greetings, honored. Everything I've got on display, really. Just what you see here. Safe travels, Landstrider.
Visiting Riften? Oh, well.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind?
I've got your back. I am at your command. Let's get going then.
Have anything you wish to sell? Everything I've got on display, really. Keep your eyes to the road.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Fresh meats and produce.
Genuine Falmer blood elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years.
Can I interest you in some fun? Just what you see here. Just what you see here.
Gleaming gemstones over here.
Keep your eyes to the road.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens. You lead, I'll follow.
Stranger here too, huh?
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ah, besides, you look like your pockets are a little light. Passing on a golden opportunity is worse. Simple. Once you have it, I want you to place... There's someone... Now, you tell me when you're ready. Good. Wait until I start the distraction.
Visitors like
Then
us
show
are
me
rare.
what you...
It's part of Skyrim.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. Gather round, all.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Blanchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerve root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Falmer blood elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow?
The problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It is time to face the Jarl's justice.
What a waste of time. Damn, I knew I shouldn't have waited.
Smart man. Right then.
Protect yourself right.
I guess I didn't think you... Can't say I'm surprised with the way things have been going around. Nah, my organization's been having... But never mind that. There's plenty of gold out there for the taking. if you're up to the challenge. All right then. The group I represent has its... Get there in one piece,
Looking
and we'll
to
see
stay
if
alive?
you really got
Why
what
take
it
a
takes.
chance?
Buying and selling. Buying jewelry.
Oh my goodness. Visitors like us are rare in this part. Skyrim.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. Oh, he spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
Can I interest you in some fine... See for yourself. Keep your eyes
worth
to the
of
road.
knowledge in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine Falmer blood elixir.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to... Simple. Once you have it, I want you to... There's someone that wants... Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. Do you want me to hold you? You're going to have to sneak over to... Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branchet and leave it behind.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from
I'm ready when you are. Just give the word. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming
So
gems.
good to see you again.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. This way, everyone. Over here.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerve root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Falmer blood elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow?
Get your thieving hands off!
The one and only. Mystical beings who live in legends.
By the order of the Yard, the problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It is time to face the Jarl's justice.
What happened?
Glad to see you finally came to your... Ah. Besides, you look like your pockets are lit, and I'm busy. You help me out, and I'll
Visitors
help
like
you
us
out.
are rare in this
That's
part
just
of
how it
Skyrim.
is. Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Until
Yes.
next we meet, lad.
Huh?
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
Need something?
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
A fair fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
Buying and selling.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin? Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
The fairest prices and the highest quality
Glad
in
to see you
Skyrim.
finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
It's so good to see
Glad
you.
to see you finally came to your... Simple. Once you have it, I want you to... There's someone that wants... Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. Do you want me to hold... You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's store. Then, when you have the ring, we've been contracted to make sure Brand Shea... Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood...
Also done.
Genuinely confused.
Hey, broom. There's brooming here. How about that? I love brooms. You love brooms. You like the broom.
Our family has been through a lot together, but I can still feel something following us.
There's so much you don't know, and I was too scared to tell you the truth.
Listen with me.
Insidious the Red Door, coming soon.
This closet is of story whatsoever.
Well, you did. You did. And the broom is here, and it's a mighty sexy broom. Well, fine.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Maybe.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Typical YouTube comment right there. I'm just kidding. Alright. Alright, here we are. Decisions. Yes.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, this is where you can actually go down. But it is funnier to go to the boss office, as far as I'm concerned. So, I just don't know where the... There it is. Okay. Alright. Whoa. Fancy, smancy, dancy. It says, executive bathroom. Why would that even be there? Hey, Chaz, how you doing? What? Why? What? There's still no people here. I don't understand why the boss would be here if there's no people. Whoa. I feel like I'm entering...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Extra secret.
2845.
Extra secret,
but
okay.
Of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Well, someone just fucking told me. How about that? I feel like this is, what's Homer Simpson's boss name? I fucking forgot. Doesn't it feel like his office, kind of?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
What happens if you write it wrong?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Hell yeah!
Amazing.
Whoa.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa. Hello? This reminds me a lot of Portal in a lot of ways. Whoa, what are you? What are you doing? What is this? What is this place? Explain to me! What the fuck is going on here? With the fig skinny. Okay, click. Oh, it's the big button. No, it isn't. Oh, never mind. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Loading? Loading? The amount of mindfuck in this one is not that big. I'm surprised.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I do feel a bit.
There was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright. Well, I don't know if I'm ready. Take me up, it only goes down. Alright. No jump scares, okay? Whoa, 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 whoa. What did I just say? Alright. Easy does it. Easy does it. Uh-huh. Don't walk on any lines.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? What does that even mean? What are you doing here, mate? Escape? But what if I want to escape? It says escape right here. Or escape, which is French for nice tits, which I like. Who doesn't? I have never heard anyone say they don't like nice tits. Mike, well, fine. You know what? Fine. French people. Jeez. They're crazy. Alright. What are we doing here? I don't like this. I really don't like this. What is... The light bulb button. Why would I... I'd never seen such a defined... whatever. This is fucking...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah.
Did he have the strength to find out?
I'm not Neo or anyone. I don't transform like Sailor Moon. Can I really be the one who does this? I don't know. How can this place be so big? That is totally what a girl said one time. Cameras?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
He's mind controlling all these people. What about these computers? What's with all the frame rate drops? Jeez. Wow. Fired? Which number were we? We're like 472 or something, right? No? What's this? Elevator? What?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well, that's okay. Hey, if you're happy...
No.
No.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
That's
it
a
was
beep said.
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well, I guess we're about to find out. Facility.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
Ah! Crap! I had to do the thing! Oh, shit! Fascinating. Oh. Is that the mask? No, that's the... Welcome to the field.
It's fine. I just hated these lights anyway. They're stupid.
Ah, I did it. Ooh. Was that a amount of time? Oh. Question and answer. Do you ever feel like you're being watched? Yes, literally all the time. Have you ever heard a voice call your name, but no one was there? Oh, yes, yeah. Actually, I have. 100%. Voices. My doctor said not to.
Hello everybody, today we are going to be talking about the disturbing and controversial video game iceberg. It's been a while since I've covered an iceberg, and since a lot of people have seen my video on the disturbing movie iceberg, I figured that the disturbing video game iceberg was quite fitting. Now I put together this iceberg myself, and it's exclusively made up of the worst I could find. A lot of the icebergs I see about disturbing video games will spend the first few dozen entries with already familiar. From there, we're going to get a lot of tell about and crafts level. This is their actual frozen food published in 2002 for the PC. Now, while some consider this game to be disturbing because it uses real photographs of actors, something that was much more common in the early 2000s with PC games, and it features some kind of bloody depictions of those actors being killed, That's not what I find interesting about this game at all. What's interesting about this game is that, if you'll remember, you play as a vampire, right? So if you try to turn on the game when it's still daylight wherever you live, whatever time zone you have set, the game won't let you play it because vampires aren't supposed to be out in the day, instead giving you this error message. So it is a video game that can exclusively be played either by changing the date and time on your system or wait for nightfall. And yeah, insert joke about gamers only come out at night, haha. But in reality, while interesting, while I think it's kind of cute or whatever, this is one of the worst ideas I have ever heard. Imagine going to a pitch now to try to sell your product, and you have to tell them that the product is only accessible for half of the buyer's lifetime. The game never garnered a lot of popularity outside of a small cult following, and I've never seen this concept done again to my knowledge, and there's good reason for that. And while I don't consider the game to be disturbing at all, I found this in research, have pedophiles is totally up. LSD Dream Emulator, and yes, that is its real title, was made by Osamu Sato in 1998. Now, LSD Dream Emulator is outright a form of interpretive art. It doesn't try to be a standard video game. As a matter of fact, Osamu stated multiple times that he made this for people who do not enjoy or can't play standard video games. So LSD Dream Emulator was made for the PlayStation as a sort of art exhibit. The only real feature the game gives you besides a start menu is a map that allows you to see what section of the dream you are currently located in, with the only objective, if you could even call it that, being to travel from one location to the other and simply experience the world you're in. Osamu built the landscapes based on inspirations he had from his own lucid dreams, as well as dream journals from those he knew. Because of this, several people who see the game says that it gives them an intense feeling of familiarity, despite the incredibly alien format most of these worlds exist in. Given the drastic contrast between elements of the world that are known and elements that are staunchly unknown, many believe LSD Dream Emulator to be the first piece of media that really captured the horror of liminal spaces. And while I find this horror fascinating, as it kind of exists as the grandfather to concepts of things like the backrooms as we know them today, I also think this game is absolutely hilarious because it was made for the PlayStation 1, and while it never really saw distribution in the United States, it did see some level of attention in Japan. So there was probably a young child who turned on his PlayStation to play Crash Bandicoot or some jet ski game or whatever, and turned on this and was never the same person again. Night Trap was made in 1992 for the Sega CD. The game featured FMV cutscenes, which player are which was developed by Running with Scissors, was released in 1997. While there have been 4 entries in the series, Postal 2 is the one everyone remembers. The game allows players to go on mundane daily tasks, or cause a whole lot of havoc. If I had to describe Postal to someone who wasn't familiar with it, I would describe it as what boomers think GTA is. You know how you always hear on the news, they're like, oh, in GTA, the goal of the game is to run people over and then shoot them with guns and light them on fire. And it's like, sure, you can do that, but that's not really like, you know, what the game's about. In Postal, that is absolutely what the game is about. It's very satirical and very over-the-top in its presentation, but graphic nonetheless. Sure, a lot of games will let you set someone on fire or shoot them, but in Postal, you can pee on their corpse, which is really what it's all about. It's graphic and over-the-top because that's exactly what it sets out to be. And while we're on the topic of games that made the news lose their mind for a couple months whenever it came out, let's talk about Manhunt. Manhunt was developed by Rockstar North, and the first game came out in 2003, with the sequel coming out in 2007. In Manhunt, you play as a man named James Earl Cash, I'm not kidding, as he is forced to participate in multiple snuff films. Most notably in the game, whenever a player performs an execution kill, the camera cuts to a grimy handheld camcorder that would likely be seen in a snuff film production. The game didn't garner that much attention from mainstream media when it first came out. It was the next year in 2004 when a 14-year-old boy was murdered in the UK, and the media began to blame the killing on the game Manhunt. The news around this time had a field day talking about how the killer was motivated by the game and he would play the game over and over again, and it's because of the game he decided to murder this child. But the only quote I could find that ever referenced Manhunt at all was the parents of the victim said regarding the killer, I think his friends mentioned that he played it, which is pretty much just a speculation. Because of that, Manhunt hit the news cycle and became the next subject for the whole "Are video games bad for kids?" debate. So in response, in 2007, Manhunt 2 was way worse than Manhunt 1. Whereas Manhunt 1 had a story and it was just a particularly brutal story meant for adults, Manhunt 2 relished much more in the brutality of it because that was the thing that got the game popular. So people ragged on the game for being disturbing, and Rockstar North turned the dial up to 11. On to Tier 2, these are mostly games that are still kind of edgy or bizarre, just more so. Ugetsu Catan was made by the Tonkin House in 1996. I'm sure I pronounced none of that right, but we're just going to keep going. The game involves you playing as a character who recently attempted suicide, or possibly succeeded in it, but then a ghost brought you back, but then you're alive at the end, but it's a Japanese game, it's weird. The reason it's on this list is because at various sections in the game, the ghost takes you down these very strange and, like I said, Japanese settings, with each set piece being the story of a different individual who took their own life, or just in general monsters of the afterlife. While this is bizarre in its own right, where the game gets interesting is that given its themes of suicide, there are several who believe that several of the faces depicted within the game are of suicide victims. Now, of course, this isn't confirmed anywhere and it's just an urban legend surrounding the game, but given the bizarre nature of the game itself, you can see why. Hatred was created by Destructive Creations in 2015. In the Hatred, you play as a guy who has decided that humanity is awful and then goes on a rampage. The game is just you slaughtering as many people you can with as many executions and different weapons as possible. The ending of the game has your character making it to a nuclear facility where he blows up the facility in order to cause the maximum casualties. The game received so much backlash on its release that it was temporarily taken down from Steam. Or more specifically, it was pulled from Steam's Greenlight program. However, eventually, it was put back up. Now here's what's interesting. There's a story that Gabe Newell, the Valve founder who all the memes are made about, apologized for the game and then had it taken down. When it seems in actuality, he apologized to the dev team of Hatred for taking the game down in the first place, citing freedom of expression and whatnot. And because of the controversy and how much attention getting taken off Greenlight garnered, Hatred got so much support that it eventually came out in full. And after this game that everyone was clamoring for finally came out, they universally decided that it was mid. Which, yeah, the selling point of the game is the brutality and absurdism of it all, not, great controls or story. I'm not even going to pretend I'm pronouncing this one correctly. Roly Poly's no Nana Korobi Yoki. Yeah, Nana Korobi Yoki? Sure. Translated, the title means Roly Poly's falling down 7 times and getting up 8, which is a saying in Japan, to my understanding. This game was released in 1997 and made by Osamu Sato, the same guy who did the LSD Dream emulator game, which when you look at the two side by side, you can probably guess that. Roly Polies was supposed to be a game to help young children learn new languages. However, instead, it became a game to help young children develop new nightmares, because these are some of the most terrifying character models I have ever seen. It's also in that weird, uncanny age of early CGI, so that doesn't help. But what's so interesting and also disturbing about this game is while you've probably seen a lot of games or videos in this aesthetic, the whole, mascot horror or creepy games for kids idea, this does it all natural. It was a game for children that just so happened to accidentally be nightmare fuel. And while the game is a cult hit, as you can imagine, it didn't sell well at the time because people thought it was terrifying. I also think it's kind of hilarious how the artist who did LSD Dream Emulator, and we can understand the idea of kind of out there or, heady art pieces that are kind of disturbing.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Glad
Never
to see
seen
you
me old,
finally
this
came
upset
to your
about everything.
senses.
The city
Ready to
really
make
gets
some
to me.
coin? Simple. Once you have it, there's someone that Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. Good. Wait until I start the
Isn't this
distraction,
bad, everyone?
then show me what you're made of.
Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. Gather round, all. You need to hear this.
Oh.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time? Patience, Blanchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerve root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this I...
You're not getting anything from me.
Never should have come.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to... Besides, you look like your pockets are a little light on coin. Am I passing on a golden opportunity is worse? Simple. Once you have it, I want you... There's someone that... Now, you tell me when you're ready. Do you want... You're going to... Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket branch. We've been Now, since we're not the dark... Good. Wait until I start the
Isn't this bad
distraction.
everywhere?
Then show me what
Maybe...
you're...
Maybe I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. Gather round,
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Blanchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you... get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerm root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple...
Oh,
well, I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time. Damn, I knew I should.
It's so good to see you again.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. Looks like I chose the right... And here you go. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Nah. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
Potions, exotic ingredients, I have them all.
Look, the group I represent has its... When you make up your mind, come find me there, and we'll talk about your future. What is it with you and all these questions? Very well, ask away. Yeah, I bet I know your guy. He's hiding out in the Ratway Warrens, paying us good coin for nobody to know about it.
all right, Franche. Turn out your pockets. We know you have it.
Have what? What in blazes are you talking about?
Don't play stupid. I said turn out your pockets. Now.
You gonna buy something? Or just here for... Otherwise, move on.
That's right. It isn't yours. You're under arrest, Franche.
This is insane.
Looking to stay
I
alive?
didn't steal anything.
Why take a
I never
chance?
saw this ring before in my entire life.
We can do this one of two ways. You can walk with me up to the keep, or I can drag your lifeless body. Your choice.
But I...
Buy some
Very
armor
well.
and live to tell about it.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gems. Greetings, honored. Take a look. Safe travels, Landstrider.
Please. Please, I need but a septum. Septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Oh.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
And what might you need, hmm?
What was that? I knew it.
What? That's all you got?
Oh, I yield. I yield. Get you. Give up while you still can.
Yo.
What was that?
Never seen anything quite like that.
door. There's a little spot. Yeah.
I've got your back. How can I serve you, my Thane? How can I serve you, my Thane?
Never should have come here.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding yourself.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little... The OR... I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, first, do this right, and I can promise you a Honestly, a word of warning though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Of course. Now, if you need any details on your marks, I'll be here.
Stay out of trouble.
I'll be here when you're done.
What was that?
Huh? Huh?
There's the blaze, agent.
Come here. Go away. What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her. And she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap. Delphine? How do you... This is just a trick to get me to open the door, huh? I told you to go away. I told you to go away. I'm not opening this door for anybody. Ah, indeed. Delphine really is alive, then. You'd better come in and tell me how you found me and what you want. Come in. Mustn't speak of these things in the Ratway. This'll just take a moment. This one always stops. There we go. Only a couple more. There we are. Come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine, I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. Haven't you figured it out yet? What? Aldwin has returned. The dragon from the door. No one can... I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. Yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. Oh, yes. Only a dragonborn can stop him. But it seems that the gods have grown tired of us. What? Then we must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphi. But give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. We should keep moving. I'll need... No, useless trash. Better put my annotated annuad. One moment. I know time is of the essence, but we mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
No, never find me.
I'm gonna eat well tonight, darling.
Death quietly over. Mercy!
I'm getting too old for this.
क्या चाहते हो इधर से मैं उसको रिवर लेके जाऊंगा वहां से लेके जाना बस भाई चलो मैं बात करो ये देखो मैं किससे क्या भाई बात है हम क्या करता है हाँ चलो ठीक है भाई